subjected to a lot of brutality by ZANU-PF, where there is poverty, where unemployment is still continues to be sky absolutely no working currency, where there is and where future is uncertain because of repeated political that have been done by the leaders of Zimbabwe since 1980, starting with Robert Gabriel Mugabe to Emerson Mnangagwa. A lot of people are really rushing to see a change, especially when there is a promise of change. If anyone is able to change the current leader, we have seen a lot of Zimbabwe rallying against the Blessed Geza because they saw an opportunity for Mnangagwa to be removed. But guess what? The very same people who are expecting change, they then have actually a time frame for that change. They expect that change to be swiftly, just like that. I've seen a lot of people now, even media houses, suggesting that Blessed Geza has failed to remove Emerson Mnangagwa. Now the question is, do they understand the plan of Blessed Geza and who Blessed Geza is working with? Is it a fair assessment to conclude that Blessed Geza has failed to remove Emerson Mnangagwa, or this is actually deliberately pushing a narrative that Emerson Mnangagwa expect at the moment? Is it fair to simply conclude that Blessed Geza has failed to remove Emerson Mnangagwa? I'll be demonstrating through this live broadcast that it's very, very unfair, especially for people at the moment, to demonstrate that Emerson Mnangagwa has actually overcome Blessed Geza. It will be a serious misunderstanding of the Zimbabwe politics. Greetings and welcome on your lovely channel, the Hlonipani Global News. If you are watching us for the very first time, please do remember to press the red or black subscribe button so that next time when we beam live, guess what? You become the very first one to watch us. So it's a question that I want to address. Is it fair to say Blessed Geza has failed to remove Emerson Mnangagwa? Now, let's look at this. People expect Blessed Geza to just remove Emerson Mnangagwa within a period of day. It is understood because of frustration. Everyone wants change, as in yesterday. So if someone is pushing for a change, they want to see an immediate action. And the also mind-boggling question or mind-boggling observation is that the very same people who wants change, they don't want to adhere with what those who are actually initiating change are instructing them, especially the doubting Thomases. So it is normal to see people doubting because they expected Blessed Geza within the first day to have actually achieved what he has purposed. Now, I think it's too early to judge that Blessed Geza has failed to remove Emerson Mnangagwa. The last communication that was issued by Blessed Geza, he said the plan is still on course to remove Emerson Mnangagwa, as well as to arrest corrupt elements around Emerson Mnangagwa. So we don't know the plan of Blessed Geza. It is known by him and those whom he is working with. I think I have demonstrated numerous times that there is sufficient evidence to substantiate that what Blessed Geza has spoken before, it indeed happens. Most of the things that he has spoken, of course, he recently told us that action was being done to the corrupt elements within ZANU-PF. Of course, we have not seen that because he said something is being done with during the last recording that he recorded. Something was being done as he was actually releasing that briefing to the people of Zimbabwe, but it hasn't been realized. I mean, after he spoke that, but still it's too early. Remember, when you are doing that, when you are fighting a war, sometimes you may announce that you will strike in a certain area, and then the enemy realizes that you indeed defend itself and prevent that strike. At the moment, in my perception, I think Blessed Geza and his group, they know what they are doing, and they are terms of their plan. They won't do it according to us expecting, according to our expectations. They will do it according to their laid out plan. I'm sure I've said it, that they appear to have a plan against Emmerson Tambutso Mnangagwa. Now, Blessed Geza has achieved a lot. In fact, he has disturbed Emmerson Tambutso Mnangagwa significantly, especially over the past few days. Remember, why did he call for a never-ending stay away? Why did he actually announce a stay away that is not going to end anytime soon until Emmerson Tambutso Mnangagwa is removed? It was because he got intelligence that Mnangagwa was planning to actually pass the law through the parliament and bypass referendums, which were two referendums, which were the requirement, and they used what was actually used when a government of national unity was formed during the tenure of Robert Gabriel Mugabe. They were actually basing their arguments on the papers that we saw being circulated online or leaked online. They were basing their argument on the government of national unity development, but with Blessed Geza announcing an unending shutdown, we saw that plan being halted. And that on its own, that's an achievement. Maybe that is the tactic by Blessed Geza to make the pronouncement that he made so that Emmerson Tambutso Mnangagwa and his team may actually, for some, maybe that was the strategy was really to buy time so that they do not implement what was intended to be implemented, while strategizing on how to effectively remove Emmerson Tambutso Mnangagwa. So it's not going to be a one-day goal. It's not just going to be achieved within a single day. But I don't foresee Emmerson Tambutso Mnangagwa, according to me, finishing the next 2 years in power. That would never happen. No matter what he may try to do, everything is absolutely working against him. I mean, Zimbabweans are fed up. Everything, the strategies that he has tried, all of them have failed. There is absolutely no promise of a better future for any Zimbabwean. I mean, people do not have confidence on him. Remember, even to lead Zimbabwe for 5 years, people did not vote for him. He committed a lot of crimes against humanity, especially when demonstrators were demonstrating against his regime for rigging the first elections. That on its own showed that Mnangagwa was resisted. People did not like the presidency of Mnangagwa. Now finishing the 5 years and attempting also to finish another 5 years, that would be a mammoth task. And West trying to add 2 more years from the 5 years, and West being seen by the people of Zimbabwe trying to, put his son into to be a military general so that he becomes a life president and most probably hand over to his son when he dies. All those shenanigans, political shenanigans and plottings, that is exactly what is going to lead to Emmerson Tambutso Mnangagwa's downfall. So in my view, Blessed Geza is still on point, and we haven't seen his address for the past 2 days. I know a lot of people expect him to make pronouncement, but I don't think he would do so without thorough consultations. There is a lot that is going on which we don't know as the people at the moment, but I can attest to you that definitely interactions are behind Blessed Geza, alongside Blessed Geza. Blessed Geza has actually been established as a I have said this numerous times. That is, he is the spokesperson, and he is put in a safe place outside Zimbabwe. He has actually confirmed that he is in hiding, but he didn't specify whether outside Zimbabwe. But he confirmed that he is in hiding because Emmerson Mnangagwa wants to kill him, and we've seen he has gone after his properties, bent them down. That on its own is a symbolism that Mnangagwa is after Blessed Geza. Not only that, we have seen him also paying influencers so that they in South Africa, so that they may actually decampaign Blessed Geza, as well as try to unearth where Blessed Geza may be in South Africa, because Mnangagwa suspect that Blessed Geza is in South Africa. Is he in South Africa? Nobody knows the whereabouts of Blessed Geza, but according to the beliefs of Emmerson Mnangagwa, he is of the firm view that Blessed Geza is in South Africa, but he hasn't confirmed it. Until he confirms it, then we can speak about it. So I don't think Blessed Geza has failed. What is currently happened, a lot of strategies are being implemented to remove Mnangagwa. At the moment, there is a shutdown that has been announced, most probably because preparations are being done to deploy a progressive military to the streets of Zimbabwe to enforce the arrest of Zwikanangas. So it's not going to be actually an easy way to do so. It requires careful planning so that at the end of the day, they do not fail. Remember, let me give you an example why I hold that view. When Mnangagwa wanted to take over from Robert Gabriel Mugabe, he planned that long time ago. He was at some point insulted by Grace Mugabe, but he did not immediately actually wake up in the morning and implement his removal. It took him a long time, up to an extent that he ended up going outside the country, and he was resuscitated when he was a fugitive, so to speak, outside Zimbabwe. So this may be what history may be repeating itself with Blessed Geza. I remember at one point people writing on social media saying it's done with Emmerson Mnangagwa. A lot of people mocking him because of the role that he played during the Kukuraunde genocide and quite a number of atrocities that he committed in Zimbabwe. So there is absolutely a high probability that Zimbabwe is repeating what was witnessed during the removal of Robert Gabriel Mugabe. So people should not act as if they have sat in the secret corridors of Blessed Geza. To conclude, we saw a lot of people concluding during the reign of Robert Gabriel Mugabe that Mnangagwa was buried and there was no way he was going to actually come back to Zimbabwe and be an influential leader in Zimbabwe. But we saw him emerging out of that. So this may also apply to Blessed Geza. That is why you see when Blessed Geza coughs, Emmerson Mnangagwa make sure that he put jersey, put warm clothes to prevent himself from Blessed Geza. So the plan is really ongoing, and when people are least expecting it, even when Emmerson Mnangagwa is least expecting it, then and also, you know, the game that Blessed Geza is playing, that's the last point that I'm underscoring. The game that Blessed Geza is playing at the moment is to make sure that Mnangagwa is psychologically tormented, and those who are actually working with Emmerson Mnangagwa. Just imagine someone promising to arrest you. Then when you sleep at night, that arrest never comes. I just wonder what is happening to the likes of Wicknell Chivayo, to all those ZANU-PF allies of Emerson Mnangagwa, when they go to sleep at night. They're having sleepless nights. The more it is prolonged for Blessed Geza to act, the more also they are troubled. Even Mnangagwa is troubled because he doesn't know who is part of the progressive force. Information, very, very secretive information is leaked. Who is leaking that information? He is not aware of all these things, but information found itself out. The deals that he's trying to find, to sign and seal, they are actually leaked at the end of the day, being in the public domain. A complex issue. It's very, very, very complex for Blessed Geza to be concluded that he has failed. Let's watch and see. And I can't conclude at the moment that he has failed. Blessed Geza is working with very powerful people in the Zimbabwean politics, people who determine who becomes the president, and the people who determine the ending of a sitting president's term. And also the credentials of Blessed Geza. He cannot act in such a manner if he knows he doesn't have balls and if he knows he doesn't have cards to play. Thank you very much. If you're watching us for the very first time, please do remember to press the red or black subscribe